So it's like, you never want to be in decline. And let's be real. Here's a harsh, cold truth for any Alabama fan listening to my voice right now. You will never experience the heights that you have occupied for the last 20 years. I don't care how long you live, you will be dead and buried before you will ever achieve what you have achieved these last 15 to 20 years. So like a great athlete that peaks in their 20s, or some young tech wizard that never finds another way to get value in their life after that, you've already peaked and it's all downhill from here. And yes, look, progress is not linear. Decline is not linear. Maybe you sneak a natty in on the way down, but make no mistake, the consistency with which you have gotten to enjoy and cheer for will never happen again. And one day you're going to be dying. You're going to be on your deathbed and you're like, oh my God, that son of a bitch was right. And I hope you see my face floating above you as you breathe your last and you understand that it really was the best from 2010 to 2020. You've already been cucked by Kirby. You let Steve Sarkisian come and beat you by 10 in T-Town. Brian Kelly already 1-0'd you. Like, it's just all downhill from here, boys. Who are you going to get to replace Nick Saban, huh? Who? Dabo Swinney?
We welcome T-Bob Hebert, former LSU center, current host of Off the Bench on 104.5 ESPN Radio in Baton Rouge. Also co-host with the great Aaron Murray, Snaps.
Yep.
Great podcast on the Volume Network. Also,
Rivals Down South. Yes, Rivals Down South with my guy AJ McCarron when he's not playing for the Bengals, and SEC Mike. Yep. So and that's on Stadium. You can watch it on. It's like tied in all those cable packages or youtube.com/watch Stadium.
So I know you have limited time with AJ because he has another job at this point. But you and AJ McCarron this week, I mean, it's memory lane, Alabama LSU week. I mean,
he about to catch these hands tomorrow. I'm about to go all in on him. He's lucky that he's haven't been game planning for the Broncos or whoever the hell they play. I don't even know. Because otherwise I'd have already been talking that shit constantly all week long.
When y'all played, though, that was when this game was elevated to the best game in the country every year. What was it like those weeks leading up to, in those weeks of practice leading up to these games?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, it was the absolute best, dude. And it's funny because like this is not unique to LSU Alabama, because there are other games like this, Ohio State, Michigan, certainly, but like these are the sort of games that epitomize not just what makes college football great, but sport great. Like these are the sort of games where if you have a rooting interest on Sunday, when even as a fan, I'm not even talking about the player respect, but as a fan on Sunday, when you start thinking about the game, you start to feel that tingling in your balls. You get nervous, you get anxiety, you get butterflies, you get excitement. Like, and it's something that I've ruminated on a lot this college football season, which is the older I get, the more I appreciate the struggle. You know who wants to blow everybody out? A child. Okay. You know who appreciates the push, the pull, the emotion, the feelings that can be brought out in you by a close, tough football game? A man. And so what I've realized this season is, give me the struggle. Give me, like, what other form of passive entertainment do I consume that makes me feel the way that college football does, where it feels like one play, my heart's going to be ripped out of my chest, and the next second I can't even breathe because I'm so excited that it feels like my blood is pouring out of my ears. Like, and that's what this game is for 100,000 people watching in the stadium, for millions watching at home, and for the players in this game. And so being involved in it when it was such a massive thing, and it is again this week in College Game Days there, it's at night, it's in T-Town, 100,000 strong. It is the single greatest feeling in all of sports. Why else did you commit to LSU or Alabama? Why else did you commit your life to training for football? Do you run all the 110s in 100-degree weather in the summer? Do you wake up and forego things like partying or hanging out with girls? You see the frat boys hanging out on the front lawn playing beer die as you're waking up to get ready to go to do stadiums and crap like that. Like, why do you do all this sacrifice? For game day, the one fun part of the day. And it's most fun when there's millions of people watching. There's a ton on the line functionally. And if you have dreams of the NFL, you go ball out in this game, you put your best foot forward. So it's fantastic, man. It's everything. It is all of the old ABC thrill of victory, agony of defeat. It's all going to be on display for the players, the coaches, the fans. This is why we college football, Andy.
It is unbelievable. And I can't even imagine what it was like in those environments. Because I think back to 2010 in Tiger Stadium. You guys were underdogs. Alabama has the returning Heisman winner, Mark Ingram. They're fighting for their national title lives at that point because they had already lost to South Carolina. And Les Miles eats grass. And you guys fake a field goal. And I will never forget standing on the field after that game. You guys are filing back into the locker room. And this song had just come out. So this was the first time I'd ever heard a marching band play All I Do Is Win. And so the LSU band is blasting All I Do Is Win from their perch near that end zone. The Golden Girls are dancing. You guys are just running through the crowd, high five. Like, I cannot even describe how cool that scene is.
It is again, it is something that you cannot recreate in life. Now, there are different feelings that are greater, right? I don't think there's a greater feeling on planet Earth than having a child with someone you love. Like the emotional high that you feel, again, is just, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. But even that is different. We're talking about, when you're talking about winning a game or playing in one of these games, it's gladiatorial. Like, it feels as if you're a conquering champion. It's barbaric. It's very raw. It's pure ego, right? Like, it's just, it just makes you want to yell just to think about it. And what's crazy is winning at home is awesome, because you get to celebrate with your fans and there's music and excitement and celebration and kisses and hugs. But winning away is pretty awesome as well. Like, there's almost no greater feeling in all of sports than staring down the gaping maw of a dragon and basically saying, not today, and then slaying that dragon. So, like, when you run out for Alabama and there's 100,000 people booing you, or Alabama gets their first big play and it feels like your eardrums are about to burst or your heart's about to vibrate out of your chest, and by the end of the game that crowd is quiet and sad, and you see all the girls and boys with their Serinda Cobras trying to desperately explain why their significant other, they can't get it up later that night because they're so sad and defeated. Like, that is maybe even a better feeling, is going, Conan said it best, right? What is best in life? What is it? To take your enemy's lands and hear the lamentations of their women. Like, that's basically what LSU has the opportunity to do this Saturday.